So you're probably wondering, what do I mean by top 10 most complimented reversed? So I've just recently done my top 10 most complimented list, which I'll link up here. But this here is 10 compliments that I've given to other people and the fragrances that they're wearing. So stick around if that's what you want to see. This channel is Stylish Irishman, and I'm a stylish Irishman, so the mother tells me. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Matt here. So you might have seen actually my last video, top 10 most complimented video. In the grand scheme of things, my channel is small, but it kind of exploded because I got over 100 subscribers in a week from that video alone. So I went from under 600 to over 700. So thanks everyone, welcome to my new subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed and you clicked into this video, if you like this type of content, please click the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of future uploads. So as I said, this is going to be a list of 10 compliments that I've given to other people about the fragrances that they're wearing. Being a fragrance enthusiast, you definitely do notice what everyone is wearing, and you always are wondering what people are wearing if you never smelt it before. So I often compliment people and would ask them what they're wearing, because I like that to happen to me every now and again too. It's nice to give someone a compliment and ask them what they're wearing. So I've done it plenty of times, but these 10 really stand out to me. So why don't we just get straight into it? So we're going to get straight into the list, guys. Number 1 will make any fragrance enthusiast laugh. It's a funny one, so stick around for it. Also, just to be aware that there's some female perfumes in here too. It's not all male, mainly male, but some female. Anyway, so number 10 is Molecule 01 by Eccentric Molecules. So anyone who's into fragrance will know that this is just Eccentric Molecules. They release a number of fragrances and each one only has one note, one fragrance note. But this one in particular has a note of ISOE Super. So obviously it's a synthetic note. It's not a natural ingredient. But basically ISOE Super is put into perfumes to help them last long and to help them develop with people's skin. So ISOE Super is what's in this one, Eccentric Molecules Molecule 01. And I complimented a colleague of mine who wears it to work. It's actually a great choice as a fragrance to work. She's a female and she wears it to work. But what this does basically on its own is it just mixes with your skin and lets off your own scent. It works completely differently on everyone, smells completely differently on everyone. It's kind of this slight woody scent, but everyone's skin chemistry mixes completely different with this, and that's what makes this so unique. Eccentric Molecules, I have complimented someone on this one before, which surprised me. So that's number 10, Molecule 01. So number 9 on the list is Aventis for Her, not Creed Aventis, Aventis for Her. So the main accords in this one are patchouli, bergamot and musk. To my nose, I get a very strong patchouli note. It's actually, I could see a man wearing this one. The patchouli definitely stands out in this one, so that's why I think men could actually pull it off too, and I know that some men do wear it. My girlfriend got a sample of this, she sprayed it on, she wore it when I wasn't around, but about 3 weeks later I'd say she just came and met me, and I was saying, I kind of got a whiff and I was like, my God, what are you wearing? And she told me that she was wearing a scarf that she wore the night she wore the sample of Aventis for Her. 3 weeks previous she had sprayed it on the scarf, and you could still clearly smell it off the scarf. Very nice scent. Yeah, my girlfriend was wearing this one time. She sprayed it on her clothes at the time. 3 weeks later I could clearly smell it off her scarf. So I definitely think that you should check that one out. It's an absolute nuclear scent. Also, what really annoys me about it is it's actually more expensive per milliliter than the original Creed Aventis for men. You can only buy a 75ml bottle, and it's actually the same price as a 100ml bottle for men in Creed Aventis. In Ireland here it is anyway. So that's number 9, Creed Aventis for Her. So number 8 on the list is one I actually have a bottle of here with me, and it's Dior Sauvage. So when this came out first, I smelled this off someone and was blown away. It was actually someone walked by me on the street. If you don't know what Dior Sauvage is, it's basically ambroxan, bergamot and pepper. Very nice scent, very good performance, very pleasing. I don't think anyone's going to dislike this one. If you're into fragrance, you definitely know Dior Sauvage. Recently recommended it to a friend for a boyfriend and he loved it. But anyway, when this first came out, in Ireland. I hadn't smelt it off someone, and I stopped him on the street straight away and I said, sorry, but please tell me what you're wearing. And he told me he was delighted as well. To be fair, it's very nice, and it just leaves a huge amount of sillage behind you when you walk with this one. I've smelt it a good bit since now, but people, American YouTubers and stuff, I have seen saying that it's so popular now and they're kind of where they're living, that they don't really want to wear it anymore because they don't smell unique. I don't smell it too much in Ireland though. It's definitely still nice to wear here. I absolutely love it in the summer months. It's just such a nice, pleasing fragrance, and I can't see anyone disliking it. So, Dior Sauvage Eau de Toilette, number 8. So the next one is one I don't have with me now at the moment. Have it back home though in County Tipperary. This one's called By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. So the main accords in this one are chestnut, vanilla and woods. Very nice fragrance, very unique. I've mentioned on my channel before. It gives off the vibe that you're kind of sitting by the fireplace, so there's that smokiness in it, along with vanilla to give it a kind of a marshmallow, roasted marshmallow kind of vibe as well. Gorgeous. But a friend of mine that I was in Dublin one night was wearing it just when it came out as well. He had got it as a gift. He's not really into fragrance, but he was wearing it one night and I instantly had to ask him what it was. Again, he was delighted. I thought it was so unique. Like, you know, being a fragrance enthusiast, you think you know all kind of scents at this stage, but there's definitely still some coming out these days that are different. By the Fireplace is a really nice one. Absolutely gorgeous in the autumn and winter. Perfect. It reminds me of last Christmas now because I was wearing it a lot last Christmas myself, and my brother both wear it. So that's By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. Number 6 on the list is Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne. I don't have a bottle of this myself, never purchased it, but when it first came out, I was on another night out when someone walked by me with it, and it kind of has this cherry cola vibe off it. Gives kind of Coca-Cola vibe off it. Very unusual. So the main accords in it are liqueur and vanilla. Very sweet, very clawing kind of scent. So it caught my attention and I had to go over and ask him what he was wearing, this fella. He was delighted. I asked him. Definitely smelled nice. It's not a scent personally I like to wear myself. There's just something about it that I find very youthful. But all the same, I complimented this chap on it. He was about the same age as me. Really nice one, definitely caught my attention with that unique scent. So that's Pure Excess by Paco Rabanne at number 6. So number 5 on the list is Dior Fahrenheit. So this one, I actually complimented a colleague of mine who works in Dublin at the moment. He's more senior in the company, but he always had a fragrance on, and I often complimented him, but this one in particular, he wears a lot. So I remember asking him once, what you're wearing really nice, and it suited him like. And he said it was Fahrenheit by Dior. So he was delighted with that. So the main notes in this are violet leaf and leather. It's a super masculine fragrance. So anyone who knows this knows that the violet leaf gives off a kind of petroleum, petrol kind of vibe, which makes it super masculine. Now apparently it had been toned down for a few years, but recent batches have brought back up the petroleum vibe in it. Very nice. I think it's perfect for someone in their mid-30s onwards. I don't think it leans to people in their 20s. It's definitely a very mature kind of fragrance. Now, I know back in the day, everyone wore it. I know my uncle used to wear it and he was in his prime, his 20s. But now I think that it's definitely leans towards a gentleman in his 30s to 50s or 60s. Definitely suits someone of that age, and it's a nice signature scent. But yeah, I gave him a compliment on Dior Fahrenheit Eau de Toilette and went down very well. So that's number 5, Dior Fahrenheit. Number 4 is Herod by Parfums de Marly. Don't have it with me now, but I do have it back home, a bottle of it. Absolutely love it. So this is actually a compliment my brother got. So I was present for this compliment, so I just like to put it in the list. So my brother was wearing this on a night out. It was my first time to bring my girlfriend home. She knew we were both into fragrance, but she said to me later on the night, "What is your brother wearing? It smells unbelievable." Couldn't get over how nice it was, and it was Herod by Parfums de Marly. So I was like, why don't you tell him? So she went out and told him, and he was happy out. So I really think this is a great one, guys, for the winter and autumn. Herod by Parfums de Marly. So it's tobacco, vanilla and cinnamon are the main accords in it. Absolutely stunning, 10 out of 10 for me now. I absolutely love it for autumn and winter. Expensive, but you pay for what you get here. Really worth it. You have to try it if you haven't already. That's Herod by Parfums de Marly. Number 3 on the list is a female perfume by Narciso Rodriguez, and it's just called Narciso. It's in a white bottle. So the main accords in it are musk and gardenia. It's a flower. There's also some white rose in there. So it was a colleague of mine in work in Dublin complimented her on it before. You really do, when you're a fragrance enthusiast, notice people's perfumes, obviously, because it always intrigues you to know what they're wearing. This girl used to wear this a lot. It was her signature scent. I asked her what it was one day. She was delighted, told her it was nice. But it's a very white floral fragrance for women. It's very tame, a lovely one for the office actually. So that's Narciso by Narciso Rodriguez. Alright guys, so number 2 on the list is one I love. I have a bottle of it here just for the video, but it's Midnight in Paris by Van Cleef & Arpels. So if you've followed fragrance YouTubers for a while, you definitely have heard of this one. So the main accords in it are leather, tonka bean and incense. So it's a very mysterious fragrance. I have seen people say that it's, you know, men that wear it and stuff. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't wear it as a man. I bought this from the Hype a while back, and when I met my girlfriend first, she told me when she saw the bottle that she used to have a bottle of it. So I gave her this, and every time she wore it, I complimented her a lot. Like, when I got this first, I wasn't really too into it, but as you can see, there's a good dint going out of this bottle. Gave it to my girlfriend when we met first, because I wasn't wearing it. She liked it, but she goes through perfume like there's no tomorrow. But anyway, really like this. It really reminds me of when we first met. Very nice one. It goes for astronomical prices now online because it's discontinued, but this bottle here, when it was out, used to go for 20 euro or something in TK Maxx or something like that. I bought this online now for about 50 quid when it was just about discontinued, and it's very hard to get some. But nowadays you're going to be spending at least 150 to 200 for this 75ml bottle. I don't think it's worth it if you haven't smelled it already. If it means something to you, maybe it is worth that. That's up to you to decide. It's discontinued for a good while now. It's getting harder to find. This is the Eau de Toilette. Never smelled the Eau de Parfum. Heard it's a bit different, but... So that's Midnight in Paris by Van Cleef & Arpels at number 2. Probably one of the nicest bottles in the game, to be honest. Okay, so number 1 on the list. Guys, before I go on to number 1, if you haven't hit the like button already, please do. And hit subscribe button if you haven't already, guys. If you're interested in content like this, I really appreciate your subscription. And thanks very much for subscribing and liking my videos. I really appreciate it. Anyway, on to number 1. So I was out on a night out with my friend one night. It was in Dublin, in Dicey's in Harcourt Street. If any of you Irish people might know Dicey Riley's in Harcourt Street in Dublin. I was on a night out, and this guy anyway knows I'm into fragrance. So, you know, now I'm this guy who's into fragrance, so I'm a bit of a snob. Like, sometimes, you know, I think I know it all. I think I've smelt them all. And next thing, he walked in, and we were just chatting away, having a pint outside, and I says to him, saying to myself, what's that smell? It's really nice. I never had smelt it before, which I'm very surprised about. But anyway, you'll find out that soon. So I said to him, what aftershave are you wearing? And he goes, Boss Bottle. So I have a bottle of that here now. Boss Bottle Intense I have here, the exact same scent. Here I was with 100 bottles, or around 100 bottles of perfume, thinking I knew it all. And I had always put this on the back burner and not even bothered with it, because I said, sure, Boss Bottle, everyone wears that, sure, can't smell that great. Smelled this off him, absolutely loved it. So it has this kind of apple tart kind of a scent off it. Very nice. And it was projecting like a monster off him. He was wearing the original Boss Bottle. This was only about 2 years ago. He was wearing the original, not even the Intense version. Very nice. Is unique. I haven't really smelled much like it now, to be fair, since I started collecting, other than maybe Leighton by Parfums de Marly is supposed to be similar enough. Kinda, but this is its own scent. I'd recommend you try this out if you haven't. Now, look, a lot of people do wear it. I think this also used to be known as Boss number 7 or something like that years ago. Not sure. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but yeah, I was very entertained about this one, to be honest, when I gave that compliment, because I didn't know. I was being a bit of a snob and I didn't know Boss Bottle. So just goes to show, guys, if something's popular, don't just put it on the back burner and not bother with it, because you could really like it yourself and you might really enjoy it. So that's what I learned with Boss Bottled anyway. So that's number 1 on the list, Boss Bottled. Thanks everyone for watching. And guys, stick around for more content like this. Give me a big thumbs up, I really appreciate it. That's it for this one. Take it handy and God bless.